How we doing? My boss is in the back. I need him to know that I can rile people up. Come on. Come on. Yeah, come on. I need to fix this mic because I am short and I am not wearing my usual heels. Thank you, Mr. Edward Waters University. Hello, everyone. My name is Doctora Luz Randolph, and I get to serve as the Chief of Staff and Assistant to the President for Strategic Initiatives. And with me, I have...
Good evening. I am Donovan Philip Gonzo, and I serve as your Mr. Edward Waters University for the 2025-2026 academic year. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
He just got crowned last night, right? Was it last night? He just got crowned last night, and it was the most beautiful event I have ever witnessed. So congratulations. I'm going to be a little bit rowdy because that's just who I am, and that's probably not as royal of the things that you get to do, but I'm going to need you to hype me up a little bit. I know you all have been waiting. We are so excited. So we're going to kick it off by introducing our panelists today. We're going to have an engaging conversation with the one, the only Shilo Sanders, and it's going to be led by the one, the only, the best president there is of any HBCU, Dr. A. Zachary Faison Jr. Can I get a round of applause for that? So we have an engaging panel, so we're going to kick it off. The first up, joining us, I want to welcome Daniel Donaldson Fountain, a talented, that's right, a talented and dedicated baseball player for the Edward Waters University Tigers. It's the suit for me. It's the suit.
I like the blue. It's cool. It's cool. You clean. You clean.
He's clean.
All right. Next up, please join me in welcoming Coach Reginald Johnson, the head baseball coach at Edward Waters University and a proud leader within the Tiger athletic family.
Come through, Coach. Come through. Next, we have Christopher Calhoun, our student athlete playing football. Christopher is a standout student athlete for the Edward Waters University Tigers football team. Come on through. Can I just also make sure y'all see, look at how these gentlemen are dressed. Okay, they did not come to play. I said, hey, y'all, you can do a business cash. They said no, because they know how to show out.
Suited and booted. Next, please help me in welcoming Miss Ashley Connor, who serves as the interim vice president for the athletics at Edward Waters University right here in Jacksonville, Florida. Help me out and welcome her.
Now, you know, Donovan, we had to throw a little flavor in there with Miss Ashley Connor. We had to throw a little bit woman power in there. All right. Last but certainly not least, we have Joshua Good, a standout student athlete as well, whose leadership and dedication and commitment to excellence are both on and off the field. Everyone, welcome Joshua Good. And I have to take a moment of privilege. Joshua is from Atlanta, Georgia, and according to my president, that's the best city in the world.
I'm cool with LA.
Cool with the A.
And then again, we have Coach Cabral Huff, who serves as the head men's basketball coach at Edward Waters University, where he leads the Tigers with a vision rooted in excellence, discipline, and student athlete development.
Next, please join me in welcoming our very own president, A. Zachary Faison Jr., a visionary leader, attorney, and proud advocate for HBCU excellence. I am going to read the entire bio. As the president and CEO of Edward Waters University, Dr. Faison has guided our beloved institution through an incredible era of growth and transformation. Stand up, that's right. From achieving university status to expanding academic programs and raising EWU's national profile. Ladies and gentlemen, our very own president and CEO of the Edward Waters University, A. Zachary Faison Jr.
And now, for you have been waiting for. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming Shilo Sanders, an American football standout, media personality, and entrepreneur who continues to make his mark both on and off the field. a proud Dallas native and the son of Hall of Famer Deion Coach Prime Sanders. Shilo has forged his own path through discipline, leadership, and genuine passion for inspiring others. He began his college career at the University of South Carolina, then made a major impact at the Jackson State University, where he helped shine a national spotlight on HBCU football. Today, he brings the same energy and pride to the University of Colorado, where he's known for his toughness, competitive drive, and leadership on defense. Beyond football, Shilo is carving out his place in fashion and entertainment. He recently modeled for Louis Vuitton, representing both style and confidence on a global stage. He is also pursuing a career in movies and television, bringing his charisma and creativity to new audiences. Through it all, Shilo uses his platform to uplift others, promoting faith, perseverance, and self-belief while encouraging young people to stay true to who they are. Again, please give a warm welcome to Shilo Sanders.
All right, all right, all right. Can y'all hear me out there? Great evening, great evening, great evening, and welcome to the state of Florida's first. Come on, y'all got to help me. The first historically black college and or university right here at the Edward Waters University, and we are excited. It's homecoming 2K25 at E-Dub. Can I get an E-Dub? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We in the building. Listen, we are excited tonight. This is our first live broadcast of our For the Culture podcast, and we are absolutely ecstatic to welcome in our midst Mr. Shilo Sanders. Come on, y'all can do better than that. Mr. Shilo Sanders.
I appreciate it, man. Thank you. It's really exciting just being to the first HBCU in Florida, man. Like, I tapped into the HBCU culture at Jackson State, and I just got to realize how different it is, just the culture and just being around, our people.
Absolutely.
And I'm really grateful for that experience. So I really appreciate you bringing me up here for sure.
Well, we appreciate you being here.
Thank y'all. Thank you.
We're gonna dig in a little bit more about that experience, but I wanna just kind of start off my first kind of question, and we kind of got a round table of questions here. So y'all hop in. Y'all know I'm a little, maladjusted. I never follow the rules. So I'm gonna start off with the first question, and then we just gonna kind of pop in. But Shilo, you come from one of the most visible families in all of sports, right? But you've also made a deliberate effort to really kind of craft your own name, and really have your own impact. So how have you balanced kind of honoring the Sanders legacy while also kind of defining your own lane?
Just God. You talk to God. God has a path for you as an individual, along with being with your family and doing, buying into the family business. You feel me? So you never know what path God has you go down, but you ask him, he's gonna reveal it. You know what I'm saying?
Good stuff. That's good stuff. That's good stuff. Let's give a round of applause. Come on. All right, who hopping in? Jump rope.
So Shilo, I wanted to drop in. You said something about God, ordering your steps on your path. So what does it take, when God, pressures you in a moment of like, being perfect on the field and off the field? How do you deal with that pressure as a man?
You just when you see how things fold out, when you see how things happen, you just be like, this got to be God, So you just got to listen and tap into that, and don't really fight it. Everybody got the spirit in them. So really, when you just live and think of what would God want me to do in this moment, and it's like really how you feel, and that's pretty much how you get guided to your purpose.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Let me ask this. Now you've kind of lived your whole life. I'm kind of telling my age, but I remember when y'all on that show, when you were like little something, little Sanders,
y'all
right?
remember that?
Yeah, I do. I'm kind of old, right? I'm getting older.
The Dion's Family Playbook show?
Yeah. So, you've lived your whole life kind of like, in the public eye since childhood. What's one misconception that people have about the Sanders family and you in particular?
All right, I'm going to start off with me in particular.
All right.
Everybody thinks I was just like getting in trouble a lot when I was growing up.
You did used to be. Come on now.
I'm a good guy.
You-
I ain't even do nothing to nobody. I was just chilling. Nobody want to share a room with me growing up.
Yeah, they ain't nobody want to share rooms.
But that's good because I didn't want to share a room with them either. So about the family, probably like the work aspect. I think that they don't think that we gotta work as hard because we got that Sanders last name, but it really just makes it even tougher.
Yeah,
You gotta do double the work to be regular. To be regarded as average, you gotta be double average.
Yeah,
If you're a Sanders, so it's like if you're not doing nothing spectacular at prime time level, then it's not gonna be respected. So we know that, and that just drives us to work hard on whatever we do.
So has that made it harder? I mean, with your father being, the Hall of Famer he is, and you be like, oh well, I hit a home run today, I scored a touchdown. He like, you ain't did nothing.
Oh no, that's like when I tried to give him my first NFL jersey from the preseason. He's like, man, I don't want that bull jump. he wants your Super Bowl jersey. You know what I'm saying? But he's always been like that. But that's just how you strive for greatness because he's actually great. So it just rubs off on you, and then you want to be great. And that's just how our mindsets are with anything that we do.
That's dope. That's dope. That's dope. Who's up next?
Right. So I've got a question. As we talk about having the expectation of prime time, can you share a moment in your journey that you've had to push through self-doubt or criticism, knowing that you've just kind of got to be great because of who you are and the family that you come from?
Yes. So like a particular moment, it's like that so often. It's like even when I was a kid, just growing up playing for different football teams before my dad was even coaching, it's like, dang, like if I'm not good, I'm just not gonna play. So, you gotta do the extra steps that it takes to be good and be on the field and to learn. And I was lucky to have someone to learn from. So that's really just how I looked at it.
Talking about those athletics and like football in the past, how do you like balance everything when it comes to like academics, athletics, personal time, especially like when you have all the eyes on you and you're like in that spotlight?
Well, I know you guys have great academics here, so just like tutors and stuff, and a good schedule, and as hard as you. This is really important that a lot of athletes don't really understand. It's less than a 1% chance you go pro in the sport you go in, and like we only know probably less than a handful of guys that went pro. So, it would be definitely smart to focus more on what else you're going to do other than sports the whole time, 4 or 5 years that you're in college, or just have something set up because sports end for everybody.
Right.
The game going to chew you up and spit you out at some point. So you got to have something that you love to do, not even just for money. You got to have something that you love to do as a passion to keep you going in life. Because if your whole identity is just around sports and football, basketball, baseball, then when you done with that, when you lose it, you're gonna look in the mirror and be like, dang, who am I really? So it's cool to just figure that out now and to start building on that and use, colleges and your platform to get you the connections to set all that up. When that time is there, when you're not playing no more, you're not gonna just be like, dang, what do I do? You already have everything built up. And I think that's really important for people to do. But people, even myself, just in college, like I was building up all the other stuff, like social media stuff, the modeling, acting, while I was in college. But if a lot of my friends, even if I would have took that time, that platform to really boost everything else you want to do, man, you'll be happy. Because at the end of the day, it's going to come to an end. So you got to have something already lined up.
That's good. That's rich. That's rich. I think that's a great valuable insight for our student athletes. Obviously, when you are a student athlete, you're all in, but knowing that one day that ball is going to stop bouncing and that you got to have something else that you can really be passionate and focus in on.
Yep, use these connections, make friends with people on campus, A lot of the people that you meet are going to be successful in the things they do. You know, most of the time it's just the regular students. A lot of college guys want to be friends with just guys on the team. You got to branch out. You know what I'm saying? And you might be relying on them 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, 10 years down the line, and they always gonna remember you. Oh, he was a cool guy. You played for him. You know what I'm saying? So use those connections to build everything else you want to do.
Yeah, yeah. You kind of talked about something earlier. Now, for those that have, of course, followed your career, you started out at a Power Five at South Carolina, right? And you ended up at a Power Five, at University of Colorado. And I know I have no idea what it is.
We can't
but I
skip
know.
Jackson.
Listen.
Mention HBC.
Wait. I'm going there. So you ended up at University of Colorado, and I know they have a fight song. They have a marching band. It's a kind of core style, and I'm sure South Carolina had one too. But when you hear this, what comes to mind when you hear this? When you hear this right here, what really comes to mind, and what does this take you back to when you hear this? When you hear this right here, I mean, what does this evoke for you? You know what I mean? What does this do for you? What does this do for you? What does this do for you? What is that? Right?
I still got it.
So
I still got it.
So you still got it.
I still got it.
So going from Power Five to one of our most illustrious institutions in the Jackson State University. Shout out to JSU. Shout out to my good friend who I've known for a number of years. You're the AD there, Ashley Robinson, who's instrumental in bringing your dad, to JSU, and then you coming to JSU. Talk about what that transition was like. I mean, what was that comment? We want to peek behind the veil, right? You at South Carolina SEC program, dad gets the job at JSU.
For my personality, it was perfect for me. You know what I'm saying? I love being in the type of environment I can be myself all the time. And that at Jackson, that's why I could really do that. And even just life after going to Jackson and meeting everybody that, is graduated from HBCU or even just went there and knows how it is. It's like a big fraternity, and I love it. I love the connections I made, even by just getting a degree from Jackson State. It's like now you're alumni. It's like, dang, this is a cool club to be in, and all HBCUs share that, and that's something special to me for sure.
So what do you think though is like unique about an HBCU? I mean, the experience and what's different. If you were, if I got my baseball coach here, my head men's basketball coach, if they were recruiting, right, a 5-star player like you and your brother, right? That they and they got offers from these Power Fives, right? What unique experience can they share with these recruits to bring them to Edward Waters University, to bring them to a HBCU? What makes that experience unique?
You want me to be honest?
Yeah, I want you to be straight up.
Them HBCU women.
Okay, that's what I'm talking about. All right, y'all heard it, right? Y'all heard it, right?
You want me to just be honest with y'all? You need to take recruits around campus. The first day I was on campus, I told my dad, I was like, no. What's going on out there?
So it's a difference, right?
It's a difference.
Hey, so you got to utilize what tools you got in the toolbox, right?
Yeah, you could definitely find a wife. That's for sure.
That's good stuff.
So yes, I remember you were speaking about how football is going to come to an end for everyone, and that some people master identity with football or any sport. So I just wanted to ask you, what do you want your legacy to be, not just as an athlete, but as a man?
I just want to be great as a person, first. And I think that's the most important thing. And that's really what I be thinking. I just want to be great as a person. I don't want to just be known for like running, jumping. You know what I'm saying? That's cool, but everyone values how you are actually as a human being. So that's what I think is important.
Good. It's good.
Shilo, I'm one of the people that are on this stage that grew up in Atlanta and was able to see your dad live and in action.
Hold on now. I did.
I said one of the.
Oh, okay. A-Town now. He's still Atlanta.
You trying to sound as old as Unc over there.
Well, I got a chance to see him live and in person with the Falcons and the Braves. But knowing that's your dad, what is one lesson that you can take from him that has influenced your life on and off the field?
Just seeing him. Really, I was around after he played, so I would see him go work every weekend, and still make it back to our games. I don't know how he did it, but I think our games is on Saturday. He would leave on Sunday. He would fly somewhere every week and work every week, and then go watch us practice. So like now, when I have to travel for things, I'm like, oh, I see my dad do that, and I know he was tired. So it's like the grind. So you seen the football grind. I seen like behind the scenes, like him just traveling, and keeping it going after football. That's what I seen a lot of him doing, and just working, just whatever you want to do, just do it.
So the initial question I was going to ask, you already answered, but what impact do you want to make on today's youth and that generation the next 5 to 10 years?
Just to, I want everyone to know, yes, be the best in sports, but always have something I know. You're not just athlete, run and jump guy. You could do whatever you want and do it. You know what I'm saying? Don't just focus on one thing. Focus on whatever you can do, because God gave you a lot of blessings. So you need to use them. You don't want to waste any potential talents, any interest you have. Just go full with all of it, and don't just limit yourself to one Easter egg basket. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
So one of the things I want to ask, since I have you here, and I'm not being messy, and I know you are media trained, right? But I gotta ask this. So, we all watched the NFL draft. And we watched how I think, I can speak for the culture. Our podcast is for the culture. We watched how your brother Shadur and you, all Americans, projected first round, projected draft picks, and to watch when you can't say this, I'm gonna say it. I feel like it was like collusion. The fact that you all were not drafted at the levels and in the rounds that you all were projected to be drafted, and to watch how you all handled that was absolutely amazing. I want to applaud you and your brother for how you all handled that. I'll be honest, I don't know if I would have handled it
No, I appreciate
with
it.
the level of faith and dignity that the both of you all have handled that. Can you talk to me a little bit about, just that experience, what you all were experiencing going in, and how how you all have handled that? Obviously, you've had the stint in Tampa Bay, and I'm sure you still have some aspirations to get back. But I mean, to see the level of success, proven success, that you and your brother had, it's almost like, my father's here today, and he used to say to me, son, just go out and do the work and let the work speak for you. But it's almost like we saw you and your brother doing the work, and then to not be rewarded for that in the way that I'll say you deserved and your brother deserved. It was amazing to see how you all responded to that. Can you talk a little bit about that?
That's just the devil right there. You know what I'm saying? So
Yep.
you just gotta trust God gonna get you through that. So, everyone has problems in their life. Everybody has unexpected things that's gonna happen. But are you gonna just sit and cry about it, or this is what happened? How can we move forward? What's the best we can make out of this situation? So that's my mindset the whole time of that week, for sure.
What was the conversation like with the family? I mean, as you all were kind of going through round by round, I mean, what were those, to the extent that you can share? I mean, what was
I
the
knew with
conversation?
Shador, it was like the 15th pick. When he wasn't gone, I was like, yeah, I need a, I might need to buy a camera.
Something's up.
I might need find some interest other than sports. But nah, when Shador went that late, I said, I know what they're gonna do to me. So I was just chilling. But I mean, our whole family was there, so it's not that bad.
What did your pop say?
He was in disbelief also.
Wow. Well, again, I want to say,
nothing's just guaranteed though. So that just shows you nothing's guaranteed.
yeah.
And the only thing guaranteed is what God got planned for you. So you just have to, always go back and think that.
So what lesson do you think you've taken out of, just all of that?
The lessons that I've taken out of that is it goes back to trusting God and believing in God. And nobody could stop that. Nobody could, they could deter your path, but at the end of the day, you're going to end up where God wants you to be.
Yeah, that's good. Well, I want you to know the culture is still with y'all. I can remember as soon as that happened, and your brother got eventually, got on with the Browns. My wife can tell you, I went and bought I got all these Sanders, Browns jersey. I think it's like still the highest selling jersey for the team.
Yeah.
So y'all keep the faith, man, and keep it up.
He let me wear his actual jersey to his game. I dressed up and acted like I was him. So this Halloween tonight, I don't know when everyone's gonna see this, but I did Halloween like a few weeks ago. And I went to the game and acted like I was Shador the whole day.
That's what's up. That's what's up. That's what's up. And I know now you have a sister that also is at an HBCU or wasn't is she still at A&M?
I think she went back from she went from Jackson State to Colorado, then she went there.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Good stuff.
So I'm gonna break it up a little bit and give you a little rapid fire. So you don't get to think about it. Quick questions. Top 3 songs on your playlist right now.
Yeah, that's good.
GLE by Shilo.
Go pick that up.
Yeah, I got a new tape I'm about to drop. So it's a song called, I don't know if I can say the name of the song because it's gonna give away the whole tape. But there's 2 songs on there that I love playing just all the time. I like playing the whole tape, but everybody got their favorite. Even my own songs, I got my favorites. I'll give you those 2.
All right. One word that describes your style on and off the field.
Prime. I don't know how to answer that.
If it wasn't football, what else would you be doing?
I'll be a church organ player.
Oh,
My man.
okay.
I seen a little piano in the back.
We'll let you go to work.
And then last one, one motto or quote that you live by.
One quote that I live by?
Or motto. Mm-hmm.
Dang, I don't really live by a quote.
Okay.
Sheesh. I don't know. I can't think that fast to know what quote I live by.
It's cool.
I want to talk a little bit about your time in the SWAC a little bit more. Obviously, like I said, playing in the SEC, playing in the Big 12.
I think y'all was my dad's first game.
Okay, don't bring that up.
No, I'm not.
I'm
not talking about the score.
Where you going?
I'm
There?
just
It
saying.
was. It actually was his very
That was
first
his
game. It was
first
his
game.
debut. I think this was right around COVID, 2020.
Yep.
And
He didn't even have
we
us playing yet.
Yeah, Ashley got me on that. Ashley, he got me to get our team. I think we traveled to JSU, and that was his first game on national television on ESPN. We ain't gonna talk about the score.
You was up there?
I didn't go. It was COVID.
Was
So I watched
anybody
it.
up there?
Nah, we got a whole new team now. We ranked number 7 this week. Number 7, NCAA. So we want that. We want that smoke. We ready for a little get back.
I ain't got nothing to do with it. No. How was it? Have you went to Jackson before?
Oh yeah. So I used to work at Valley. I worked at Valley some years ago. So we used to go back and forth to Jackson. I actually knew your AD. Actually, he was the AD. I was on the search committee that hired him for his first AD job when he was at Mississippi Valley.
They got a new field at Valley, didn't they?
Yeah.
Man.
It's nice. It's nice.
Thank
it's
you,
nice.
Lord. That
nice.
field was horrible. I played on that field. It was like a beach.
Shouts out to Mississippi Valley. Shouts out to Mississippi Valley.
I'm so happy they got that for sure.
Now,
That's what's
Shilo,
up.
I've been to a Jackson State game. I used to work at Alcorn State. So
Yeah.
I've seen that, the feel and what it's like in that rivalry.
Yeah.
It's intense.
Yeah.
What do you think? What's your greatest memory of playing in the SWAC?
I have so many memories.
All right,
I would
give me
say
two.
my greatest one. I got an interception versus y'all. That game.
Why was that your greatest? Why was that your greatest memory?
Was that homecoming?
I don't.
Was
I
it
don't
at
think it was
reservation?
homecoming. I know. I know it was. I
don't
know
know.
it was
Every
your
game looked
father's
like
debut.
homecoming. Every game looked like homecoming. I don't know. All right, that's enough. That's enough. I don't know. Just all right. One of my greatest memories actually is not even with football. Is when some of the guys from J5 came, and they came all the way in the weight room and taught me some routine.
Wow.
So that was like the coolest thing. And I was in there like actually practicing. Like,
How long did it take you to pick it up? Oh, you got it down
yeah,
pat.
not long. I know 3 good ones. I was like, hey, bro, I just need 3 good ones so I can go march with y'all one day. But it was like they got the mirror in the weight room, so we was in there learning all that stuff, and that was pretty cool. And then that set me up to like learn the whole routine.
Wow. Wow. So we're gonna open up the floor for some audience questions. If we'll get a mic out there, I think we have some audience questions. Just hey, shout out your name, where you're from, and what your major is. We'll get some audience engagement here as well.
I wanna ask some questions too.
Oh, all right.
You want to answer this one?
Don't be shy now. Come on, stand up. Come on, stand up.
All right. What's your top 3 favorite food places in this area? I got some friends that live up here.
Okay.
This song? Oh. So my top, well, greetings everybody.
Yeah, give us your name,
I'm
where you
Jayliana
from, and your major.
Warren. Okay, I'm Jayliana Warren, a criminal justice scholar, a junior criminal justice scholar, and I serve as the Miss Junior here at Edward Waters University.
Everybody make some noise. That's what's up.
My top 3, it's gonna sound crazy, y'all. Wawa for some reason. Late night.
Wawa.
What is it called?
Y'all don't like Wawa sub?
Wait a minute. Hold on.
No, that don't
Did he
count.
just ask you what your favorite places to eat, and you just named the gas station?
How I'm gonna do a food review at Wawa?
I'm done. Obviously, I am not doing my job.
How I'm gonna do a food review
Just
there?
name the gas station.
Okay, my other ones are Snappers and J Lemon Pepper.
Okay. All right.
Y'all agree with that? I should go try that next time I come back.
Okay. My question for you is, what's one major obstacle that you faced and how did you overcome it?
One major obstacle, I say, when I tore my ACL. It was 2022 in Jackson, and honestly, I wasn't really tripping because after it happened. So now it's like, now you got to go through the process of recovery. Now you can't dwell on what already happened because it's done. So you got to think about how to fix it, how to, get through it, the resolution, and the solution. That's really how my mind is when it comes to anything bad that happens. It happened. Now what? That was a good question.
So before our next, thank you for that response. Let's give that a round of applause. Before our next audience question, it kind of spurred something that I was thinking about. What has it been like to kind of watch your father and some of the struggles that he's had, with his health, recently, fortunately he's been able to overcome that. But, a lot of times, you see your parents and they're like, Superman or Superwoman. And then you're like, oh, wow, like they're mortal. You know what I mean? So like, what's that been like?
His feet, his foot, where it has like 3 toes.
You be giving him a hard time. I'm like, dang,
that foot looks immortal. But just seeing him go through all that and still being happy. Like a few weeks ago, he had blood clots in his leg, and I called him when he was at the hospital, and he was at practice the next day.
Wow.
I was like, dang, I might have to, go to Colorado, go in his office, get his Coach Prime clothes, and go coach the team for him. That's what I was thinking. But he was already there the next day, so I was like, oh, all right, they're good. But it's it's like he's unstoppable,
Yeah.
How you doing?
How's
I'm
it going?
Trenton Bryant. I am humbly serving as your freshman class president for the 2025-2026 academic year. Of course, I'm a freshman, but I'm a criminal justice major hailing from Sumter, South Carolina. My question for you is, and because I know that you and your family are people of faith, and my brother up there, DK, sitting next to you, you know what I'm saying? We're truly heavily rooted in what we've been brought up in and what we grew up in our faith. I want to know how it is as a young black man with all the spotlight and with everything that you deal with, just dealing with so many spirits that you encounter every day, you know, through fans, through people that you work with, through the staff and the teams that you're on. How is that like battling, you know, people a lot of times will deposit whatever they have going on during the day into you because you seem, of course, like a beacon of light and like a spirit that people can lean on whenever it comes to the day-to-day. So how is that for you?
Yeah, bro, you gotta protect your spirit when it comes to your friends and you know, in some cases family. So it's like I'm not saying that about my family though. I'm just saying everybody do. But yeah, you gotta just protect it, bro. Like don't be around people that bring you down. Don't do things that bring you down. You know, always do things you enjoy. Always do things with people you enjoy, and you know, just be around people that's like minded to you.
That's good. Next question.
That might not be that many people though.
Yeah.
Hello, how are you? My
How
name
you
is
doing?
Barbara Monique Austin. I am a senior psychology scholar hailing all the way from New Orleans, Louisiana. And my question for you today is, you and your family are always talking about being great, but what does being great mean to you?
Be great. Be the best that you can be, and that's most likely great.
That's good.
We have
Before we get to the next question, what's the best advice that your dad, Coach Prime, has ever given to you? What's the best advice he's ever given you?
Oh my gosh, you just asked me what's your favorite word in the dictionary. You know, he just gives advice every day. I don't even know. He's just motivation man every day. So I can't even tell you just one thing. You see his Instagram or Twitter, he posts every day.
He does. But what's the one? I mean, it's got to be one that
That's
you would
like me asking you, what's your favorite post that he's made on a quote? He has quotes every day. I don't even know.
Where does he get those from? I mean, are they out of his head? Is he reading? I mean,
I said I looked at his phone to see if he had ChatGPT on there. He ain't had ChatGPT on there, so I don't know. I think he just generates them out of his brain. I don't know though. I can't just tell you one thing. It's just like a mindset more than just one certain thing that I remember.
Yeah.
Greetings, everyone. I am Lauren Smith, a sophomore business administration scholar, and I currently serve as your Queen of 1866 here at the Edward Waters University. And for my question for today is, what does for the culture mean to you personally?
Can you repeat the last part of the question?
Yeah. What does the for the culture mean to you personally?
What does the for the culture mean?
What is for the culture? And if someone says for the culture, what does that mean to you personally?
It means it's for the culture. Yeah, it's just doing it for the culture, you know.
What culture? What is? I mean, what is that? When you hear for the culture, what does that mean to you? Like, what culture are you referencing? Like when you say for, do it for the culture.
I guess the black culture that's for the culture.
We asking you.
For the culture, yeah, for the culture. For my people, you know what I'm saying? For my brothers.
Good deal. Good deal. Good deal. Next question.
Well, I have a statement. Hi, my name is Ray.
How you
and
doing?
I'm good. I'm a business management and administration with a focus in marketing major. And I just have a statement that when I was excited when you came to Florida and when I seen the play with the Bills, it just made me understand that no matter the status or how good we are, people are going to continuously put pressure on us and continue to keep coming for us. And even though that play seemed like it was dead to me, I'm not a football player, so I can't call it. But the play seemed like it was dead, but it seemed like they're going to keep putting pressure, 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 pressure. And it's like you have to stand 10 toes in the paint and continue to, I wouldn't say do it by the book, but by the book. But from here to the end, no matter how great you are, what position, wherever you go, that pressure, someone is always going to be someone that's willing to be putting that pressure on you. So I did want to make that statement
No,
because
that's true.
I
For sure.
felt that, and I was like in the comments rooting for. I'm like, what?
I appreciate you. Thank you. I appreciate you.
Yeah.
That's true though.
Do y'all
for
know
sure.
what situation she's referencing? Y'all know? Okay, I just want to make sure. Good deal.
We have a couple of more questions,
Go ahead.
Mr. President. Right over. Please stand up and introduce yourself.
Greetings, I am Layla Robertson. I am a sophomore biology scholar and I currently serve as Miss Sophomore. And the question is, how do you deal with criticism, especially when it comes from people who doesn't know your story?
Oh, that's a great question. And it's pretty tough to deal with. Everyone deals with criticism in their own fields, but I think I've had to deal with a lot more criticism. So I'm the expert at this. You just have to understand that what people say truly does not matter about you. It does not matter because they don't know you. They watch you on a play a game. It means so much to some people. Some people it doesn't mean anything to. So I mean, what's the reason that you would come at me as a human being just based off of a game? You know what I'm saying? That's a game. It's the same with any aspect of life. There's criticism, and there's hate. Now, if you're dealing with criticism, it could be constructive criticism. So you could be taking things from people you respect, and you respect their opinion, and you can't be sensitive about that. It is what it is. If someone says you're not doing good enough, someone says this, then you have to either do better. But if you get hated on, then it's like ignore that. You know what I'm saying? That's a good question, though.
Yes, it is a good question.
We're over here.
Hi, my name is Jada Aaliyah Henderson, and I'm a junior from Greensboro, North Carolina. And I was wondering, what kind of advice would you give to any football players or just any athletes in period who are struggling with mental health, but are also wanting to focus on like sports and stuff like that?
Mental health. If you're part of a team, you got a lot of teammates to talk to and vent to. That's one thing that I've seen a lot. My millions of years of being part of teams. It's just you always have friends. You always have people that you could talk to and people you can go hang out with, people you go get food with, and that makes it a lot better. But if some things about mental health is different. Some cases might be more serious. So you got to talk to someone professionally probably. But what helps a lot, like even what helps Shador, get through these times right now.
Yeah.
It's just being there for him, talking to him, go hang out with him. You know what I'm saying? It don't require much. I just went to Colorado to go see my dad. They had a tough game last week, and he was happy. Just because I just go talk to him for like 30 minutes. But that makes a difference. So just talking to people and just figuring out what you like to do as a person, what you enjoy, what makes you happy. That's really important.
Yeah. One of the things that I think I've been really intrigued by starting with your father and then seeing of course you and Shadur is you all being on the forefront of the business of sports, right? The business of athletics. Talk to us a little bit about, obviously we're in the NIL era, transfer portal era,
Yeah.
and how you all have kind of navigated that space and in many ways been forerunners in really understanding and leveraging your brand and who you all are when it comes to like the business of athletics.
I know this is pretty different nowadays. Like you got the NIL department where you're doing deals, and then you got the NIL to where it's like, here, you want to come here or not? It's getting more professional, like actual pro leagues now when it comes to payments and stuff. So it's pretty different.
You think it's a good thing?
Nah,
Wow.
I don't think it's a good thing because it's hard to compete with a lot of people. Like if you don't have a billionaire living in your city that's an alumni that is just giving millions to the school, then you can pay players and you could get a 5-star here, 5-star there, just because you got the money for it, and then your team's gonna be better. I don't think that's like fair, especially if for HBCUs too, because I was involved with that when I was at Jackson. I could see the difference when we was trying to get players.
Right. Yeah, I mean, it's something that I think we face, all the time. I know in talking to our coaches, it's like, we'll get a great player, and we're trying to do everything we can to keep him here. But if, that power, that D1 is offering them money,
Yeah,
they like,
no,
I love you, coach, but I got to take care of my family. So it really is a kind of difficult situation for us.
it just makes like the lack or the difference of resources more noticeable. When it comes to playing big bank take little bank with big colleges, and it's not really fair.
Yeah. Another audience question?
Have one last question. You better make it good.
Hold on. Let me get like two more. Two more.
I mean,
Y'all want two more? All right.
How you doing? My name is Lawan Cone Jr. I'm a sports management scholar. I serve as your Mr. Freshman for the 2025-2026. My question is, how do you stay authentic in a world driven by an image and social media?
That just goes back to her question. Just not really caring about people's opinions of you, really, and just caring about God and, caring about yourself and caring about the people that care about you and that have your best interests. I take opinions of people that have my best interests all the time. Sometimes if I'm in learning mode, I'm like a sponge, bro. Like I'll learn anything. If I'm like, hey, can you show me how to run a school? I'm gonna sit there and just learn everything, and I'm not gonna be offended if you criticize me and you know, try to help me. But basically, it's like that, bro. You just have to just trust the people around you and trust their opinions.
Shilo, I have a question about the trials and tribulations you face, but also your brother faced, during this moment. How has these trials and tribulations sharpened your relationship as brothers, as a brotherhood?
It's been the same because I've known him for a long time. And this ain't the first time like something like that. I mean, it's the first time something like this globally seen has happened, but we used to get in some tussles back then, and we had to go fight some kids across the street, you know what I'm saying? Or at school, you tell me about someone and I have to go up there and, be there for them. It's just like that, but in just different forms.
That's good. That's good. I think we got another one here.
How's it going?
Good.
My name is Corey Drayton. I serve as the Tiger Nation Vice President, and I hail from Jacksonville, Florida. My question for you is, what would you say to motivate someone who is scared and doesn't know where or how to start their career or business?
That's a great question. Someone that doesn't know how to start, that would be scared. What's the worst that can happen, bro? The worst that can happen is you not do nothing.
Yeah.
So if you like specifically say if you're scared to make YouTube videos, it's like, bro, just do it. There's people probably, with less personality than you that's making a lot of money off this stuff just because they're doing it. And now you don't have nothing going because you're just scared to do it. What's the worst that can happen if you just do it?
Yeah. You talked about earlier the fact that you're a proud HBCU graduate. So kind of what would you share to our students and to those that are watching that might, be under the misconception that our institutions are lesser than, or that, the HBCU experience, particularly in kind of the political context that we're living in, is one that should be kind of frowned upon? I mean, what
Want me
would
to
be
tell
your
you something
message?
crazy?
Yeah.
I went to South Carolina, and I also went to Colorado. Rarely do I have people coming up to me saying, I went to school here, I went to school here. I know you went to school there also. The only people that say that is Jackson or anybody from HBCUs. I graduated from an HBCU also. And that, I hear that all the time. I don't hear nothing about South Carolina. Oh, man, I went to South Carolina the same time you did. Or I graduated from South Carolina too. Or I graduated from Colorado. I only hear I graduated from Jackson State and any HBCUs. And that's like a family, you know, and that can help you way more than, you know, going somewhere where it's not really like tight knit like that. You know what I'm saying? And those relationships can take you a long way.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Let's give them a round of applause for that HBCU connection. We got one final question from the audience. We got one more.
Mr. President, they're really rallying me up. I have two here.
Yeah, two there. All right.
Two.
Two
But
more.
That's it, y'all. Y'all got me walking and making my steps. One second.
How you doing, Shilo? My name is Mr. Pierre.
How's it going, bro?
Oh yeah, I serve as the assistant director of residence life and housing in the Department of Student Success and Engagement. My question really relies into I watched and tapped into your stream and how you uplifted your brother during that whole draft process and everything. So my question is, when you publicly supported your brother during the draft process, it really showed your family's bond. How important is family to you, and what does that support mean in moments like that?
Family is really important because it's more than just friends because you guys are pretty forced to be friends, you know, because you're family. So just having your family there and knowing they can't go nowhere because they're your family, it's different. It's different. So that's like the bond that you have, you know, more than just friends. Friends could just get up and leave, and you probably will never see them again one day. But family, it's like you just gotta see them every holiday. You just gotta see them. So and you have more in common with your family. So just being there for each other, knowing nobody knows you how I know you. So you can't be acting like that with me. You know, I know you. I know how you feel about this situation because we was raised the same way every single day. So that's the importance of just family. It's like no one else will know you that much.
My name is Kyle Jones. I'm from Broward County, Florida, and I'm a sports psychology scholar here at Edward Waters University. I play baseball here at Edward Waters University. My question is, what's one challenge you faced as a student athlete playing in college that taught you resilience?
Resilience is my history of injuries. I've had a lot of injuries, and you know, in at my school, I was known for recovering very fast because I always believed like can't nothing stop me or put me down. And every time something like that would happen, I would just automatically just think, "Oh, this not gonna stop. This don't matter. Let me just hurry up and get back right. I'm just gonna take a little vacation right now, and then I'm gonna come back in a few months. I'll be ready." So that's how I always look at the injuries and stuff. It's all about mindset. It's all about your perception, and that really could change a lot about your life, how you perceive things. Me and you could be looking at the same thing, and you perceive something a whole nother way as I perceive it, and it could be negative or positive. So that could really change your life around how you force yourself to perceive things and program your brain to see the good out of everything, and then you'll see a lot of positivity flowing into your life because all you seeing is just good at everything.
That's good. That's rich. So if we don't have any more audience questions, I want to kind of ask this final question. Obviously, you have a very famous father, and we get a lot of questions about your father and the influence that he had in your life. But I want to ask you about your mom.
She'll love that you just said that.
Yeah, I mean, that you were raised by two people, right?
Yeah,
So
for sure. She played
talk to me a little bit about the impact that your mom has had on your life, on Shadur's life, and the man that you've become.
Well, that's a great question, and I need to send her this video that you asked that because she says nobody ever asked about her, so that's good. But she had a great impact. You know, my dad was more of sports, You know, we got some good genetics from my mom also. That's why I'm head of the game, CEO. And that's why Shador be trying to truck everybody when he runs. But just everything off the field was my mom.
Wow.
Everything off the field was her. Music, acting, modeling, you know, even doing the stream stuff. She's been telling me to stream since I was like 15 years old. And she bought my first keyboard when I was younger. She used to just have she had like a slight interest in music. So she forced me, Shador, and Shellamine to get into piano lessons when we was younger. And I used to be crying. I'm like, I don't want to do piano lessons. I'm trying to go play football practice. But, you know, without that, I wouldn't be who I am today. You know, just an outside the box thinker and to not just focus on one thing, to just have a lot of interest in a lot of different things. So that's all that's from her.
That's amazing. Shouts out to all the moms out there. Shouts out to my mom. Well, listen, this has been an absolutely amazing, amazing, amazing evening, enthralling discussion. I want to say to you how much, you know, you inspire me and all of us. Just the way that you've been resilient and you continue to just represent yourself and your family in such an amazing way. And so we want to thank you again for spending this time with us, coming to be a part of our For the Culture podcast, and visiting the state of Florida's first historically Black college or university here at the Edward Waters University. All right, let's give it up for Shilo Sanders. Come on, y'all can do better than that.
I appreciate y'all,
Y'all
man.
can do better than that.
I appreciate y'all. Thank you.
And we know that you're a proud JSU Tiger. And we do know that, you know, your first game at JSU, you know, you did, you know, beat us.
No, I wasn't involved in that.
So you weren't involved in it?
No, I didn't.
That was just that.
Yes.
All right. So, all right, we'll give you a reprieve then.
We're still cool.
All right, my man. So we do have a gift though for you. We want you to just represent when you get a chance. We want to make sure that we send you out the right way.
Sure,
with some purple and orange Tiger swag. You know what I mean? Represent E-Dub. All right? Let's all come on. Let's get a picture. Come on. Let's all get a picture.
This is for the culture. Yeah, the culture.